Am I reading too much into this? No, you're not my man. Women test waters before getting into the relationship. So it's up to you to make the first move and let her know. You're the man for her. There's no guesswork. Here are 8 common signs a girl is into you, but won't say it out loud. Chapter 1. She compliments your personality more than your looks. Guys love getting hyped up for their looks. If a girl says, "Wow, you look good today," you take that as a green flag. But when she says, "I love how you always make me laugh," some of you completely miss the point. Let me tell you the real deal here. When a woman is into you for real, she's not just looking at your face, she's paying attention to who you are. She'll hype up your humor, your kindness, the way you think. She's not just saying you're attractive, she's saying, "I like you for you." And I think that's a whole lot of other kinds of likeness. Studies show that long-term attraction isn't just about looks, it's about emotional connection and shared values. The halo effect proves that people naturally find others more attractive when they admire their personality. That's why the funniest guy in the friend group is always mysteriously pulling. One of my favorite dating coach, Dan Bacon, the owner of MasterAttraction.com, also tells, "Some women will end up giving you lots of compliments and trying to show you that they really like you, so you hopefully then have the confidence to make a move." And that's what you should do. If she's complimenting your personality, don't just brush it off or hit her with a weak, "Haha, thanks." Play into it. Light teasing keeps the energy going and makes her want to compliment you more. Chapter 2. She talks about the future women like to go out. But when they make plans that involve only the two of you, you need to make a move. You ever had a girl say something like, "We should totally go to that concert together," or "Imagine us traveling to Europe one day, but you don't take it seriously and move on?" Yeah, that's a huge mistake. A lot of guys assume she's just being friendly or throwing out random ideas. Nope. When a girl casually slips you into her future plans, she's testing the waters. She's subconsciously seeing how you react, checking if you're open to the idea of you and her being a thing. There's a concept called future projection in psychology. When we like someone, we naturally imagine them in our future. Zayong's mere exposure effect also shows that the more we mentally place someone in future scenarios, the more attached we become to them. So, don't just nod and move on. If she says, "We should go to that new cafe together," don't hit her with a dry, "Yeah, maybe." Instead, say something playful like, "You trying to set up our first date already?" Or lock it in with, "All right, it's a plan. I'm holding you to it." This keeps the energy going and shows her you're paying attention. Chapter 3. She sends you random messages. You've been out of touch for a while with her, but she keeps leaving you random messages like, "OMG, guess what?" Or, "I just saw something that reminded me of you." But you end up thinking of it as, she's probably just bored. Nah, bro, she's thinking about you. Girls don't just text random guys for no reason. If she wanted to talk to literally anyone, she could hit up her friends, her group chats, or just scroll TikTok. But she chose you. That's selective. Here's the thing. When we like someone, our brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, whenever we interact with them. Sending a text? That's her way of getting that little hit of excitement. It's also a low-key way to grab your attention without making a big move. So, match her energy. If she texts you something random, don't kill the vibe with a dry, "What?" or "LOL." Instead, play along. If she says, "Guess what?" hit her with a playful, "You finally realized I'm your soulmate?" Or, "If this isn't about food or me, I'm not interested." Keep it fun and flirty. Chapter 4. She posts things that might interest you one day. You're randomly scrolling through her stories and suddenly see a meme from your favorite show, or a song you mentioned once, and you think, cool coincidence. This, my friend, is not a coincidence. She's not just randomly posting stuff, you're in her head. When people like someone, they start noticing things that remind them of that person. That's why, out of nowhere, she's suddenly sharing quotes from your favorite movie or posting about a hobby she never cared about before. That's called selective attention. which means our brain naturally focuses on things that are linked to people we have feelings for. Ever heard of the cocktail party effect? It's when you can pick out your name in a noisy room. That's because your brain is wired to zoom in on things connected to you. And that's the same scenario with her. She sees something that reminds her of you, and she posts it hoping you'll notice. So, don't just ignore it. If she posts a song you love, reply with, "Oh, so you're finally catching up to my elite music taste?" She wants you to notice, and maybe react. So do that lightly. Chapter 5. She shows interest in your hobbies. A girl who's never touched a controller suddenly asks, "What's your favorite video game?" This is not just being nice. She's making an effort to get involved in your life. When a girl likes you, she'll try to align her interests with yours, not because she suddenly loves gaming, but because she wants to feel closer to you. She's trying to connect, even if it means stepping into a world she knows nothing about. This is the liking gap. Studies show that people often underestimate how much others are genuinely interested in them. So while you might think she's just making small talk, she's actually showing attraction by getting curious about what you love. So, if she asks about your favorite game, don't say, "You wouldn't get it." Instead, say something like, "Careful, you might end up becoming obsessed like me." Let her in your world. You might be surprised how things play along. Chapter 6. She gives you her full attention. A lot of guys are out here stressing over, "Why did she take 20 minutes to reply?" But completely miss the fact that when they talk, she's totally into it. Think about it. She's ignoring her phone, not glancing around the room, and actually listening to you. In a world where everyone's attention span is shorter than a TikTok video, that's a big deal. When we're attracted to someone, we naturally see everything about them as more interesting. Eye contact and active listening are signs that someone values your presence. If she's leaning in, remembering small things you say, or reacting to your stories with genuine interest, you're important to her. So, don't take it for granted. If she's engaged in the convo, mirror her energy, make eye contact back, ask her things too. And most importantly, stop overanalyzing texts when the real proof is right in front of you. Chapter 7. She defends you in conversations. You ever been in a group, and someone takes a playful jab at you, but before you can even respond, she jumps in like, "Nah, don't do him like that." And you just laugh it off like it's nothing? Brother, it's not nothing. She doesn't have to defend you. She could just stay quiet and let the conversation play out. But if she steps in, even in small ways, it means she cares about how people see you. That's a sign of emotional investment. Humans have something called a tribal instinct. We naturally protect those we feel connected to. If she's defending you, correcting people when they misjudge you, or downplaying your embarrassing moments, she sees you as part of her inner circle. So, next time she backs you up, flash a smile and say, "Didn't know I had a defense squad, but I'll take it." Just don't ignore it. She's showing loyalty. Chapter 8. She pretends to need your help. Guys need to understand that women are not helpless. When she suddenly can't open a jar or she somehow doesn't understand how to connect her Bluetooth, she's making excuses to talk to you. Think about it. If she really needed something, she could figure it out herself or ask literally anyone. She's asking you because she wants your attention. It's called the Ben Franklin effect. It's a psychological phenomenon where doing favors for someone actually makes us like them more. By needing your help, she's creating an opportunity to connect with you, without making it obvious she likes you. So, if she asks for help with something small, tease her a bit. "I see what you're doing here. Smart move." The key is not to overthink it. So, have you noticed any of these signs? Let us know in the comment below. And if you want women to get sexually attracted to you, check out masterattraction.com.